Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a basic tutorial on Scratch. Scratch is basically a programming language that's a very high level language, meaning it's not very close to machine language, sorry. And the basics of Scratch are, we have our basic starters. These start our programs. So it's basically you put blocks together to create a program for this sprite to execute. So this is a starter block, and it says when this green flag here is clicked, it'll start the programs that are underneath it. So say I want this sprite here to move 10 steps to the right. Well, we're going to go under the motion tab here, move 10 steps, and now when we click our green flag here, it moves 10 steps. And that's 10 of these x and y, x values here. So if I say, I wonder if, say -10, then I can execute this again. It goes -10 steps. So I'll just set it back to 10. So now, that's one start. Anyways, that's one start command. So out of other commands we have, so we're going to go under control, and this is where all your start commands are. So that's when your flag is clicked, it'll start. This is when a key is pressed. So I can set it to whatever I want. I can set it to up arrow, down arrow, right, left, space, anyways. All of these keys and more here. So say I want when the space key here is clicked, or when the right arrow is clicked, I want this sprite to move 10 units, or 10 steps right. And basically that's 10 of these pixels. So like you can see down here, you can see the x and y values. So if I'm in the center and I move 10 of these, that's what it's going to move. So now go under motion, move 10 steps, and we can execute this by clicking our right arrow key. And now when it does that, it moves right 10 steps. Now say I want it to move left 10 steps. So I'm going to go back here. When left arrow clicked, we're going to go motion, go back to, and we're going to instead enter -10. So -10 steps. So now when I click left arrow, it moves 10 steps negative, then right arrow left. Anyways, so that's the basics of movement. Now we also have turning functions. We can point the sprite, so like right now, as we can see, this blue line represents where it's pointing. So now I can say, if I want this sprite to point in direction 90, that's going to, actually I'm not sure what it means, so let's check it out. So right arrow, yes, 90 is straight. So now if I say 180 is, I can't remember. Anyways, so that's, you can point directions, or you can even point to different functions, such as your mouse pointer. You can go to different XY coordinates. So here the current sprite is at this thing. So now, or I can go to this. I can glide there, so I can take a certain amount of time to go to that point. I can change only my X. So here we go. I can change, instead, I could remove 10 steps and only change X by that. So now, it'll do the same thing. So now, we can say change X by -10 here. So -10. Oops, 10. And now, when we click left arrow, it'll move -10 values there. So now, it'll essentially do the same thing. Now, we can also say change Y. So now if I want it to move, let's say I want when I click up arrow. So if I click the the up arrow, I can change Y by 10. So now when I click up, it moves it up. So now let's make it go down too. So now down arrow, we have this. Change Y. Change Y. By negative 10. There we go. So now I have full motion. I can make it go left, down, right, and up. Or negative X, X, Y, and negative Y. So now, those are the basics of motion. So now, we can also, with this looks tab, has all of these different things that you can do with it. You can change costumes, which are pretty much how the sprite looks. So here we have the costumes tab. So this is a sprite that's a costume too. So now, let's say, when I click the right arrow, I'm going to say switch to costume 2. But when I click the left arrow, I'm going to switch to costume 1. And again, these costumes are costume 1 is this, and then costume 2. And you can add another costume by painting. You can import an image, or you can take a picture. Let's go back to scripts here. And we'll set this to 10 now. Oop, 10. So now, if I click left and right, it looks like it's running. As you can see. Quite interesting. So that's the looks. Then you can also change, say, a sound it makes. Now, I have headphones on, so you can't really hear the sound, so I'm not going to do this. This is a little bit more advanced, and I'll go over this some later time. Other things we can do under control, other than these starting commands. Oh, I did not know that was possible. So, anyways, but here, if I can say, wait a second, so if I could say, wait 10 seconds. So now when I click the right arrow, it'll wait 10 seconds, and then it'll execute the script. So, wait 10 seconds. Probably should have entered it. Yeah, see, 10 seconds later. These are loops pretty much, and a loop allows you to say, I want this to happen over and over again, forever. So I'll change this to something more reasonable, like 3 seconds. So now when I click the right arrow, it'll continue the script that's within that forever loop forever. So now it'll just slowly move across the screen here. Okay, stop that. Other than forever loops, we have repeat, and you can repeat a certain thing, say 10 times. So let's get rid of this forever loop, and let's put this in there. And now it'll repeat this. Say I want this to repeat 3 times. Now when I click the right arrow, wait 3 seconds, then it'll repeat it again, and one more time, and then it'll be done running. There you go. Now that's the repeat function. Now we have other things such as broadcast, and that's a little more advanced, as well as all of this. I'll go over that. Now to end your script, that's stop all, stop script. These are pretty different. So here I have stop all. Stop all means once the script finishes, everything stops. So then this means just stop this individual script. This means stop everything. This means stop just the individual scripts. Okay, so now this is more advanced stuff. Operators, this is math stuff. This is more Boolean logic, and it's advanced stuff as well. So You can make variables. I'll go over that later. Anyways, I gotta end it.